Hello everyone, it's Constance. There's a lot to talk about since my last video, and a lot of it's good, and I'm gonna try to cut to the chase and try not to be long-winded. So, I just got out of work, so I haven't done a full face, so kind of bear with me a little bit on that. I just recently came out at work, and there have been a little bit of challenges in regard to that. For one, my general manager is 100% on board. Like, there's no issues in regard to that. I work for a national restaurant chain, and they're very inclusive and celebrate diversity, and so I don't feel that there's any problems on that end. The only thing is, I'm a server, and we have these little computers on every table where people can pay their bills electronically, and they have our names attached to that, as well as any printed receipts. So my dilemma was, well, until I can get my name legally changed to Constance, my name is still gonna appear as Chad. And if I wanted to start presenting at work, that was going to create a lot of confusion. And most people would say that I shouldn't let that affect me, but I do care about my customers, and we have young children, and it kind of put me at a crossroads as far as what I want to do. I've been with the company for almost 5 years now, and I really enjoy working there. I built a lot of really good friendships, and I think as far as my regulars, they would be understanding. But some of the regular people off the streets, if I were to present myself as Constance and they go to pay and see the name Chad on there, might send some red flags. And as a server, you only get paid $2.13 an hour, and you require tips in order to make a living. So I've decided that I think I'm gonna go to hosting. My name is still gonna be Chad in the system, but we don't wear name tags, and there's nothing that is gonna show my name. And I've done hosting before, so it's nothing new to me, and I know I'm good at it. So I think that's the avenue that I want to take, because I can present that way, and that's something that's very important to me. I'm just rolling out as fast as I can to a degree, just because it's been such a rewarding experience, and I'll get to a little bit more of that later. I talked to the manager that is in charge of the hosting schedule, and I came out to him, and he was like, so what's your new name? I said, Constance. And he was like, well, do you want to go by Connie? And I was like, ew, no, definitely not. Constance is my name. So in speaking with my general manager, he obviously said that, they're there to support me. And I kind of mentioned that, I had some concerns that certain coworkers wouldn't be on board with the change, and he basically said that I shouldn't let that bother me, and that's on them. He was a little bit more flavorful in his terminology, which I appreciated. And he's only been with us a few months, so it was kind of tough because he's been so new that it was hard for me to be so personal with him. He's been very well aware of my mental health struggles ever since he's come on board, and there's been a drastic decline in my mental health struggles since I've come out as trans. So I told him, I said, this is what's been going on, so I'm ready to give my A game and become the awesome employee that I used to be before all my mental health issues bogged me down and the dissociative identity disorder. I mean, they're still going to be there, but I feel such a difference. And that's something that I even talked about in therapy, that, like, with DID, right after coming out as trans, I switched personalities, like, rapidly. But after that, I haven't switched personalities since. And that's been roughly 3 weeks. And that's a record for me. So, there's gotta be some sort of correlation that maybe coming out as trans was the final piece to put my fractured psyche together. And have my parts be integrated. And yeah, so that's that. Now, on to the next part. So since coming out on Facebook, my big coming out video that I did live, I have received so much support and wonderful messages, and I have been like so completely bowled over, and even in the time since then, I've been getting messages after messages after messages about people wanting to donate clothes to me, wanting to buy me things that I might need to help my transition, sending me suggestions for friends who are trans that I can start communicating with, so I have a sense of community. And it's overwhelming, and in a good way. It's a lot for me to keep up with. I mean, literally, it's almost like, I mean, my video didn't go viral, but the responses that I'm getting it's almost like as if my video's gone viral. And so I've had people ask, well, do you have Venmo? Do you, how can I give you some money so you can purchase things that you'll need? I don't have Venmo. So I took it upon myself to create an Amazon wish list where people can go and purchase things that I put on there, that things that eventually I'm willing to buy myself anyhow. And so people are like responding to that. I haven't received anything yet, but that's okay. This is gonna be an amazing December. And I'm bowled over by the response and the generosity and the kindness that people have shown me. The support is amazing, and I'm gonna try not to cry. I've done a lot of crying, and it's good crying, it's good tears. And the messages are just astounding. And from the bottom of my heart, I can't thank all of you enough. And I'm sorry if I can't get back to you right away. I try to get back to as many of you as I can, as quickly as possible. Yeah. So, one of the things that I've been working on is being out in public as Constance. And I had a few moments where I thought, oh, okay, this would be nothing. I'm me. This shouldn't be an issue. But anxiety got in the way, and so I took a first step a couple days ago, and I got dressed up and I decided to go shopping. And what better place than Walmart? I mean, who goes there to get judged? Nobody. And it was scary. My anxiety went through the roof. But I survived. I got cut off by somebody down one of the aisles, and they were like, sorry, ma'am. And I was like, okay, that's a plus right there. So that was really nice, and I did find myself a cute dress on clearance, which I'll show you, and a pair of flats, that, because I don't own any, and they were on clearance as well, and they happen to have my size, so that was really awesome. I picked up on some tights, so I'm slowly getting there. I don't have much of a wardrobe, but I don't know what to expect from what people out in the world are going to be gifting me. So I don't want to, like, rush out and spend a lot of money, because for when the holidays are coming up and I have gifts to buy and I can't be all about myself. But I do want to let people know that I'm going to be purging my cisgender wardrobe, and shoes and things like that, and I'm going to donate that stuff to Goodwill. It's a company that I worked for before, and I fully stand behind the mission, and I think it's a good way for me to pay things forward. That way, I feel better about myself, because I don't like asking for help. I've never been that kind of person. I mean, I've done it, don't get me wrong, but I just don't like it. So, for me to create the Amazon wish list and share it with people, I feel like I'm begging, and I don't like that feeling. I know in my heart that's not what it is, but I have people at work. One of my coworkers just mentioned today that she has some dresses that she's really never worn, and we're roughly about the same size, so she's gonna rumble through her closet and at some point and bring them in and have me take a look and see if it's something I might like. So I guess I'll include the Amazon wish list in the description below if any of you out there feel like you want to help, because I could use help. I hate saying that. And I think there's one more topic I have to discuss. Oh, yes. That is, in my last video, I talked about Thanksgiving basically being a debacle, and I hadn't really heard from my mother, and I wasn't sure what her stance was on this whole issue. I have since spoken with her, and she said that she's not turning her back on me, which means the world to me, and that it's going to take some time, naturally, and I respect that, and she's definitely open to a Christmas gathering. I'm thinking that she thinks I'm not gonna show up as Constance, but that's what's gonna happen. I don't want to throw it in her face. My Facebook posts are basically me presenting from now on, and I hope that gives her time to get used to how I look, how I dress, and I'm kind of really debating on the look I want to take. Like, if I want to go with a blouse and some dress pants, or if I want to do like the dress that I just bought, which I think is adorable. So I don't know. I've got time to think about it. And that's if the weather permits. She lives an hour and a half away from me, so, and I live in northern Indiana, so the weather is kind of unforgivable at that time of year, so we'll just have to see. So that is basically the updates. I'm presenting in my work uniform so I can kind of get used to how I'm looking at for when I start hosting as Constance. And it might be sooner than later, but I'm so excited just to be me at work. And this whole process has had so many rewards, and I know it's not always going to be an easy thing. I mean, coming out as a cisgender gay male back in the late 90s was not an easy thing always, so I'm no stranger to this. So, I just want to say thank you for watching. Feel free to leave some comments, suggestions, resources, anything like that. Yeah, so love and light to you all.